Right there. That's your deer. That's your deer. That's your deer. Yeah. You ready? Track it. I don't know what that was. Maybe being stubborn, not wanting to give in and do his practice track. I don't know. This guy definitely gets distracted. In practice. I think this is a tough track. I know he's got the line, so he knows what we're doing. But there's two advanced checks. Usually only put one in, but just feeling kind of mischievous yesterday, so I put two in. Right now he's on it, so I know that he knows. So even with his shenanigans and distractions during the practice season, I know he can smell this line. Don't think that's right. Here he comes back. I can already tell by his attitude he's bored, wishing he could run free, chase critters. Sorry about that. We're gonna practice. Apologize in advance for any heavy breathing in the hilly area because of the way the winds were and the checks I was thinking about. I used this area. The first one is a pretty long backtrack. It's a direct backtrack, about 50 yards. Really hard thing to teach, hard thing to train. Most dogs figure them out from doing them a bunch in the real world. Wasn't smelling it up there. Let me correct it. Oh! He's on it now. Okay, there's where the backtrack goes. Off there, he missed it, or didn't treat it as a turn. We'll see what happens when we get to the end of it. Gary Blessing owes me 20 bucks. As he said, he'd just make the turn at the backtrack turn off, but he didn't. Now up here is where the scent should stop. Let's watch him. I don't want him to go. Look, I don't smell it. A little distraction. Definitely does not smell it. He told me on his own. Now he's going to hunt for it. If he doesn't go directly back on the backtrack, I might show him. He's definitely lost it. These are never perfect. Sometimes they don't work out at all. I don't want to follow him down that hill, but see how he looked up? He doesn't smell it down there. It's worth watching to see if he figures it out. And he's going to try the original line. I smell it, I smell it. I don't smell it. It's got to be here somewhere. But it's not. I don't smell it. Now, I put it right close to this hill. I'm not going to follow him down that hill. You might want to go searching down that hill. I'm just not going to let him. You can tell. See the open mouth, frustration. I lost my line. Where's that deer? You don't know? Now, in the real world, dog acts like this, I'm thinking backtrack. That's one of the reasons we practice him. I get to see what he looks like. He just lost it right at this spot. He looked ahead, he looked behind, he looked to the right, he looked to the left, and he ended up stopping and picking his head up. And now he's getting a little frustrated. What we'd love to see is the dog just stroll right back down the line and figure out where the backtrack is. He's not doing that today, obviously. Not a big deal as long as I recognize it. But, I mean, you get to this point where the dog is clearly stumped. You start thinking backtrack, and you might want to investigate down the line, the least of which you might accidentally figure out the backtrack by doing a restart back where you saw a spot. So we're going to simulate that back before the turnoff on this trail, and I'm going to restart him and see if he gets it. Let's go. Let's go is the restart. So we're going to walk right back down the line he followed. Now, if he wants to make the correct turn when we get there, I'm going to let him. And I'm going to congratulate him. But right now, we're doing a restart. I think. Yeah, see, he's confused. He smells it right here. He wants to keep searching because he knows he's been over this ground already. Sometimes in the real world, he turns right back around, but as long as you can read the dog, and that's why we practice these. I know the confusion when you hit a backtrack, especially if it's a direct backtrack. Now we're coming up to where the turn is. I purposely put the turn downwind. Well, I kind of looked in that direction. I got it. Very good. I'm going to take this off because I know we're not coming back now. And that's how you do it. Gary, you owe me 20 bucks, buddy. Nah, not really. We didn't actually shake on it. Just kind of, now this road crossing, I crossed straight across, not quite straight across, but close enough. And there, see, he got the little jink, and there he goes in.